Hello there, men, and welcome to the Masculinism Movement channel, a place for men to be men and talk about masculinity and men's issues. I'm your host, Brian Kroll, and today I'm going to be mansplaining to you about the meaning of life and eliciting your core values. When trying to think of the different kinds of values I listed in the last video, which if you haven't seen it, it's linked right there in the description below, so I'd recommend watching that first. But when doing that, your initial reaction to any one of them may have been, I never thought of that before. And if you haven't thought much about your values before, which is okay, but I recommend watching my video called The 10 Different Types of Values, also linked below, as that will be very helpful. And one of the best ways to help you discover what your values are is what in neurolinguistic programming, or NLP, is called a values elicitation. And so that's what we're going to be doing in this video to help you to really hone in on your values. And it basically goes as following. You're going to have to concentrate for this, so don't listen to this while doing something else that you're concentrating on more, all right, like driving or whatever. All right, you want to basically sit down and focus in on this and, just give yourself a few moments to really think deeply. And also, if you're not allergic to things such as writing, it will be helpful to jot this stuff down as they come to mind. So firstly, you're going to think about what things in your life you have always needed in order to feel like your life was worthwhile or meaningful, or to give you a sense of purpose, or even just enjoyment or stimulation or whatever. All right, this should not be a recent development, okay? It shouldn't be something new. It should also not be another person, okay? So think about whatever you've always been most passionate about in life and you've always needed to have in your life consistently for the longest time. Then once you have that in mind, the second step is to think about how you would like to be experiencing this thing or these things most ultimately. All right. And if there's multiple things, then do it with each of them individually. All right. Imagine yourself in a sort of dream scenario with each one of these passions. All right. And when you imagine yourself having your ideal experience with these things in some sort of dream lifestyle, how do you imagine that playing out? Allow yourself to not only picture this stuff visually, but really close your eyes and focus in on what you are imagining and try to experience it firsthand with all of your senses and let it play out in some amount of time so that you can get a sense of what you would actually do in this situation. Okay? And then step number 3 is to focus in on the feelings you feel when you are imagining yourself experiencing these things in this ideal scenario. What are the emotions or the other types of feelings or even thoughts that you are having behind this experience? Write those down. And when you've completed this exercise, you will then be left with a few different interesting answers. The first question in step 1 is, what are the things you value most in life? The answer to the second question is what your ideal life or your dream life consists of with these values. And the third question, which is the deepest and most important, is what is called your core values in NLP. These are your primary values that exist behind everything. The feelings that are motivating you most to want these things that you want in life. So these are the things you need to focus on in life and all of your endeavors and everything that you do, especially in your life's purpose and what we call your life's work. Try to involve these things in your life as much as you possibly can and use them to create a purpose and a mission for yourself to fulfill. And then anytime you need to make a significant decision in life or you're doing anything important, focus on the idea and the question of, is this bringing me closer to my core values and helping me to feel those feelings more, or is it bringing me away from them? And anytime something is bringing you away from your core values, you need to distance yourself from that thing and recenter yourself in your core values and the activities that make you feel more centered in them. Anytime something brings you closer to your core values and makes you feel that you are truly living in those feelings, you know that this thing is part of the purpose of your life and should be involved in your life more and used in your logotherapy and self-actualization work. So once you know what you value most in life and are most passionate about, what things make you happiest and feel that you are living your life to the fullest, you can involve these things in your life to the greatest capacity in order to make yourself really feel the way you want to feel in life as much as possible. However, you could do even more than that with them. You could use them to create your life's purpose, and on top of that, your life's work, as we call it, which you can use to fulfill your life's purpose and give it the greatest sense of meaning possible. You just simply have to ask yourself, how can I take these things that I am most passionate about and turn them into pursuits and part of my life's work? As an entrepreneur myself, this is an easy question for me to help you answer. Simply think about how you could do this activity and get paid for it. And what's more, offer it to others as some type of product or service to help enrich their lives and make them feel good too. Sharing your values with the world is your life's work that will give your life the greatest sense of meaning and purpose. And it will also be profitable for you and help you to succeed so you can live a meaningful life that is not only sustainable, but progressive and prosperous so that you can self-actualize and live your dreams. As this is the true purpose of purposeful living, to acclimate our lives to the highest level possible. So once you have discovered what your life's work is going to be, you need to start working on that, which you can do by creating a set of goals that are your new pursuit, at least for the time being. And every time you accomplish a list of goals, start a new one. And that becomes your new life's purpose on the micro level. The more you accomplish your goals on the micro level, the more your greater life's purpose will become accomplished. The more you fulfill your life's work and accomplish your goals, the more you fulfill your life's purpose and become more self-actualized. The short-term goals lead to longer-term goals. The small things you work on lead to bigger accomplishments over time. And your success over time, as more small accomplishments lead to bigger and bigger ones, will also lead to more and more purposeful living and self-actualization for you. And in the next installment in this series, I would like to delve much more deeply into the concept of life purpose. That concludes this video. Thanks for listening. I hope I mansplained that good enough for you. If you like what you heard, please click the like button. And if you feel you gained some value from this video and would like to give some back, please do so with the PayPal link below, because your support helps fund me doing this work and fight the good fight for men like you. If you are ready to take the red pill and wake up from the matrix, well then, I have the perfect book for you. The Bible of Esoteric Knowledge is a super concise, dense, info-packed philosophy textbook written in the same verse format as the Bible, but combining multiple different highly esoteric philosophies such as Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, shamanism, ancient paganism, and a special balance between theoretical physics and metaphysics, along with some special bonus info on the cryptic secrets of sexuality and death. This book will stimulate your intellectual philosopher's mind like no other, especially since it's a lot shorter and easier to read than most philosophy books made up entirely of run-on sentences and never-ending paragraphs, and can be quite boring and exhaustive. Full of all the most fascinating mystical secrets of the universe, gratify your inner geek and quench your thirst for meaning with the Bible of Esoteric Knowledge. Get your copy at the link below for a special sale price today. Enlightenment has never been so easy.